Listen, we're here talking about a topic that is hitting kind of the news.
Yeah, it's been very popular.
Very popular. Coming out of Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Talking about a principal who literally made a dress code for parents.
How dare she make a dress code for parents? Can you even imagine that?
Well, it's a little controversial.
It is.
And so for those who don't know about it, the principal had a young parent to come in to register their child for school.
Yeah.
And when they came to register the child for school, it was defined or described that she had her dress up her behind. And so they refused her access to sign her child up for school.
Would not allow this lady to register her child because they did not like the way that she was dressed.
So what do you think about that? What's your feelings on that?
Well, it wasn't about the mother. It was about the child.
Okay.
I think they should have allowed her to register her child, even if they needed to address the issue of her attire at another time. Now, it went further than that because the mother was very upset and she wasn't leaving the campus.
Right.
And so she asked to see their policy and there was no policy. They called the police officers.
Now, that is a confusing element to me in the story. Because I don't understand why they would call the police officers, because of her dress attire.
No. They didn't call the police because of her attire. They called the police because that sister was upset.
So
let's get that straight.
Okay.
Would you be upset if you went to register your child and they told you that you couldn't register your child? I'm sure she was very upset. And come on now, you know how sisters are.
Yeah.
She was probably acting up.
I got you.
Yeah.
But my question is this. I understand what the principal was trying to get to because this principal is no novice when it comes to turning schools around. And I also support her from the element of trying to do something to raise standards.
Okay, but she didn't have a dress code at the time.
Right.
On that particular day, there was no dress code. Matter of fact, the dress code didn't come into effect until the following day.
Ooh.
It was dated the next day.
Okay.
And so she instituted this policy specifically for parents, this dress code. Let's just call it a dress code for parents. I mean, she specifically said, don't come to the school with rollers in your hair, no bonnets, no bedroom slippers, no dress, no do-rag,
or pants
pull
sagging.
Your pants up. She had a list of things, right? Specifically a list of things. But she did not have it on the day that mother went to the school. It did not get instituted until the following day.
Now, here's where I stand with it. I understand what she's trying to accomplish, and I agree with what she's trying to accomplish. I think it's great she's trying to raise a level of standard for the kids to see as well.
I agree.
And also trying to present the school as a professional environment. I do not agree with the method in which she went about doing it. I think that some of the wording was a little bit too targeted.
What do you mean targeted?
When you hear things like dresses up your behind, like where is that? Like, is that like beneath your behind, or like is it cutting cheese in your behind? Like, what is a dress in your behind? I'm lost. Can you explain what is a dress in your behind?
I can't. I'm just assuming that she did not want parents coming to the school with really short dresses on. That's what I'll have to assume.
So no mini skirts.
No mini skirts.
Okay, no mini skirts.
But that means now you want me to wear my skirt where?
Like first Sundays.
No, not every day. And especially when you start talking about young women that have children that are in elementary school.
Right.
My youngest just graduated high school, so that's not my issue.
I got you.
Okay, but I don't know that we want to get into setting a code in terms of how or the length of a lady's dress. I think that's pushing it a little bit far.
Do you think the issue is what she asked for, or do you think the issue is the change?
Well, I think the issue is the change because we definitely don't like change.
When you say we, you mean?
We people. Change can be very difficult.
It can.
And she's probably in an area where things have been a certain way for a long time. And she came in and just abruptly wanted to institute these new changes. And I wouldn't have had a problem with it if this had been the beginning of a school year.
Right.
This is not the beginning of the school year. So she's trying to make these changes. And it really seemed like it was targeted at this particular group of people.
Because it started the day after she tried to
Exactly.
I think that I like what she's doing. I think sometimes the method, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I find it sometimes challenging to bring change, even when you go through proper preparation.
Right.
I think that sometimes we the people, we sometimes we refute change. We struggle against what's the unknown,
Right.
or just something that is different than what we've been familiar with in the past.
Right.
And that's a challenge. So, I again, I applaud this principal, Miss Brown, I think it is, for what she's tried to do. I also see it from the standpoint of the other individuals, because I think one of the comments I read talked about, how do you know if the people could afford something different?
Right.
And no matter how wealthy or how in between blessings you are, I think that there is always a way that you can present yourself.
Right.
And I think that that's the message she's trying to get over more to the parents, because we keep talking about the parent and the school works together. This is an environment, a village that raises children.
Right.
But I think we have to come together and understand that we got our role to play as well.
Right. And there's a difference. And let me just say, I am all for having a standard. I think we were raised in a time when Stop trying to act like you're so young, Derrick. Come on.
Don't let the gray hair fool you. Okay. Go ahead. I got you.
It's okay. I know how old you are, so don't be playing. But my point is, there was always a standard in my house. My mother said, you don't leave home with rollers in your hair. You don't leave home. I mean, it breaks my heart to see women in the grocery store with the bonnet on their head and a tank top and pajama pants and bedroom slippers. I'm like, did you not realize you were going out in public? You could do a little bit better than that. And so I think that's what she was trying to say, is we need to raise the standard of how we carry ourselves so that we would be a good example for the children. And I'm all for that. I just think, again, like you said, the way that she went about it, there was something just not right about the way she went about it.
I can catch on to that.
Yeah.
I think it's a good place for discussion.
Yeah.
It gives us a great platform. This is table talk.
Right.
Where people can sit around the dinner table and talk about what's your views, what's your opinions. And I think our community becomes so much stronger when we allow people the spacing to be able to express themselves. Because in every situation, you can see something on the left and the right side. And find positives on both. And so best wishes kind of going out to this principal here in Houston. And, it's very unfortunate that the mother felt offended. I'm definitely dissatisfied that the police were involved. That's another factor that we don't need to show to our children as well.
Yeah, but I think next year they will have an amazing school year. You will probably see test scores rising and things of that nature, because she's known for that. She's known for going into environments and making great changes that positively affect the students. So we're going to believe and hope that that's the outcome in this situation.
So if you're getting ready for school next year at James Madison High School in Houston,
or Jones High School in Orlando, or Carver Middle School,
make sure that you don't come with your rollers in your head and you're dressed up your behind. Up your behind.
Stop saying that.
I need to figure out. I need to know the length. Somebody please hit us up. Let us know where up your behind is as it relates to your dress. Where's up your behind?
Pastor Derrick McRae wants to know where that is. Okay. Thank you so much. This was great.
This was great.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us, like everything about what we're doing. Share with a friend, the Derrick and Debra Show.
Yeah, it's coming. Thank you.